Hey guys, welcome back. You can see the set is a little bit different today, and that's because I'm going to help you set up your first YouTube studio, or maybe change it so you've got something different for a change. We're going to look at some budget options to set up a YouTube studio. You can use your cell phone. There's a lot of YouTubers that have well over 100, 200,000 subscribers, and they're still using their cell phone to create their YouTube videos. So don't let that hold you back. Let me show you some budget ideas on how you can create a YouTube studio that looks like this. With your own imagination and creativity, you can probably create something even better. Now, the first thing in our YouTube studio setup is exactly that, our planning of our setup. What do we want it to look like? Do we have specific colors? Do we have branding? You need to take all that in consideration. You want to add a bit of your own personality. I like Star Wars. If you notice in the back there, I got a BB-8 and an R2 unit. So I brought a little bit of personality into this little setup I did just specifically for this video. But you need to think about that ahead of time. The other thing you need to think about is this a permanent setup? Can I make a permanent YouTube studio setup so I can just sit down and start recording like this? Or is this going to be one of those run and gun type where I have to do a setup, take it down, put it away, set it up, take it down, put it away? That's something you need to think about when you're creating your YouTube setup. This is the first part. You need to plan ahead of time, and that'll make your job a whole lot easier. Now let's have a look at my little setup I got going on here. You can see I've got the main light set up close to me. The little light off to the side here just gives a little light on here. It helps carve me out from the dark background. On the back there, I've got the WeLight SO3s happening there, adding some color to my little droids back there. And the camera cell phone is mounted onto a microphone spring boom arm, and I've got a little attachment which holds my external shotgun microphone so I get better audio. But that's it. That's a whole little sweet setup that's creating this video in this little background set. So you can see you don't need a lot of equipment to make this happen. So let's break all this down and go over some of the stuff so you can create better videos for yourself. Now, when you're mounting your cell phone, you want to make sure that you're eye level or just slightly higher. You don't want to be shooting up on yourself, and you definitely don't want to be shooting down on yourself. Now, for me, as you saw in that little overview of the set, my cell phone was mounted onto a microphone stand. This is it here. I'm not sponsored by them. It's simply an item that I picked up that I use for a little top-down shot or to hold a microphone in certain cases. So it works really well for holding it. Now, the bracket that my cell phone was in is not typically designed for the way I had it set up. It's made for the Osmo Pocket. So it's designed to hold a cell phone, and the other side is designed for the Osmo Pocket. The reason why I was using is it has a hot shoe mount on the top, so I could attach the shotgun style microphone to it. Now, if you're using a lapel style microphone, the hot shoe mount's not that important to you because your mic could be attached down here and you don't need the extra up on the top there. But there's different ways of holding on to your cell phone for mounting. You can use a little tripod like this. This one's made by Ulanzi, and you can see it has a hot shoe mount on the top, and it's just a little one, and it's fully retractable and extendable. You can stand it on a book to get whatever height you want because it's not a very big one. That's fully extended and it's not that big. But it does work, and you can rotate for different angles for it. So even if you're into TikTok, whatever, this will work for you as well. You can get other little brackets like this. This one's made by Neewer. It does not have a hot shoe mount, but it will hold your cell phone perfectly. Now, if you have this bracket already, but want to expand and add something beside it, then a bracket like this is really handy. You can see you've got two thread options in the middle, and you've got these two that slide out, which is a 1/4 inch thread. So I can simply take this and I can thread it onto that, and then I can attach on the other side a shotgun style microphone or a light or whatever else I want. I can attach a few items to this which extend how I can hold my camera and get everything going. But as I say, the little setup that I showed you, I'm using the Osmo Pocket bracket, and it was made by Ulanzi, and it works brilliant for a multitude of purposes. Now we need to talk about our lighting, because if you're using your smartphone, Android, iPhone, doesn't matter. If you're shooting in low light, you're gonna get a lot of noise. For a cell phone, you need a lot of light because the sensor is so small within the cell phones. So you want a lot of light. I will put a link to a video I did down below using a cell phone, the iPhone 11, using natural light with a bit of a bounce reflector card on this side. So if you've got lots of natural light available to you, check that video out. It'll help you greatly. But if you're like me within the studio, I don't really have much natural light that I can use, so I've opted for a Neewer LED panel. I'll put a link to it down below. You can check it out. It sells for $100 or under, and you can get it on sale. I put the umbrella there to help soften it out and create a big light because my old skin needs that soft, glowy type light. Now over here, I have the Weelight K21, and the reason why I have it over there is I need a little bit of light carving me on here to help separate me from the background. I decided to do a darker background setup, and I needed that light just to help bring a little more detail and help cut me out. On the back side over here, I got those blue and red lights happening. Those are the Weelight SO3s. Put a link to them down below. You can check them out. So this is all kind of lit in the back with the Weelights, which are great budget option lights available to you. No, I am not sponsored by them, but you can see they work well. Now, if you got a lighter, brighter set, then you can use your lighting differently. But for this dark set, this works well, brings a little bit of my personality in. So don't forget, cell phones, you need a ton of light. Bring it in close, and you get that beautiful light without all that noise being introduced by your smartphone. Now, the next thing we need to talk about is audio. You want to try and get away from using the onboard audio on your smartphone, your camera, whatever. You want to go with the external option. I'm using a Takstar microphone, budget friendly. I think it's about $20 to maybe $30. You can pick it up on Amazon. I'll put a link to the unboxing it down below. You can check it out. Now, you can, and I will put a link to it down below, connect to your phone and do a lav style microphone or other microphones connected directly to your cell phone and use it to record if you're on a really tight budget. As I say, I'll put that link down below. It'll show you the different cables you need for an iPhone on how you can connect those up, and it works brilliantly. And I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers that are still up in, they're a couple of 100,000 subscribers, and they're using their smartphone still. They've never had to upgrade. Their content is so killer, and everything else that they've taken care of, it just works well. And the quality is pretty good. But if you want better audio, because the cell phone's still not an audio processor unit, then get something like this. This is the Zoom H1N. I'll put a link to it down below. You can check it out and my little review of it as well. So I use an external audio recorder, and then I sync my video and my audio in post to get better quality audio. There you go. We've gone over a whole bunch of budget style equipment that you can use to get your YouTube studio and your videos going. You've got no excuse. You can use your cell phone to get you going. There's no need to go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on all this equipment. That will come in time. My saying is, if it doesn't make your ship go faster, then don't buy it. So if you can start by using your cell phone, I would suggest so up in that audio and work on that light. Now, to get the best quality video out of your smartphone, there's different apps available that you can use. You can even use the Hohem gimbal app without using the gimbal and get better control of your video output. There's Filmic Pro. There's other apps available to you so you can help control and tweak the lighting and get better control and better looking video than the standard onboard app that comes especially with the iPhone. It will work in a pinch, but there are other options available for you. So check it out. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you've got any ideas for tips or tricks to starting up a YouTube video setup on a budget, let me know. I'd love to hear your ideas. Anyways, that's it for this one. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're aware when I post new videos like this. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. So, until the next time.